Big John, Big John.
Well, good Monday morning, everybody. First day of vacation. We're going to tinker around with this grain drill a little bit. And I've got to walk out into the barn and get some parts out there that I removed to put this back together in reverse order. Tammy got home a while ago. Talked to her for a little bit about her night at work. So, fed the dogs, fed the cats, fed the chickens. And I see this battery's getting low, so guess I'll get the other one out of the tractor and take this one and plug it in, change them out. So, we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, separated all my bolts for the triangles to go here, lug nuts, panels. I got the nuts and the roll pins that hold that hub and stuff together. So that's what I needed. Ruckus is running around with his nose to the ground, smelling something. Anyway, let's head back to the garage. All right, heard something. Anderson's out here spreading my corn fertilizer. I'd have liked to have it on there before we worked it, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. So that's good. Check that off the list of things that are done. So now all I need to do is get fertilizer for the planter starter. I called yesterday and they had a little shortage going on. They were waiting on a tanker, so hopefully they're supposed to be in this morning, so waiting on a phone call from them. Okay, a couple of wagons out of the way. Got the scooter hooked up to the grain drill. Get this out of here without making a mess. Can't turn too sharp. You'll swing the back end of it into the edge of the barn. Luckily, the stuff I got tore apart on it, you can still move it. So then we'll get the bobcat in here and wiggle the planter out of that corner around the post. So we'll just leave this hooked up for now and back it right back in once we get everything out of the way. All right, let's see if this old girl will start. Oil's fine. Had a battery. You don't need that. Crank it. Just like it was shut off last week, but it's been sitting there since, wow, it's been sitting there since last summer. So We gotta take the grapple off, put the forks on, put my hitch on the forks. I'm not gonna bore you with that. Alright, got the forks switched out. Now we'll get the planter out there. It's a whole lot easier pulling it out than it is wiggling it back in there. All right, get the 970 back in there. All right, Dad wants to fill the tractor up first, so we'll meet him over there at the fuel tanks. We'll get her topped off, and that thing just sips fuel. He just lumbers along about, I don't know, I think it's 1400 RPMs or something like that, which is about 4.5 miles an hour. And the turbo, it's got an aftermarket turbo on it, and it's just starting to whistle a little bit. So she's just making a little bit of boost, which is, I guess, right where you want it. Okay, she's full. Couldn't really see the hydraulic oil when it was back in there where it was parked, but it looks like it's a little bit low. So we'll get a little hydraulic oil in it. It's got sight glasses on the side of the transmission. There's no dipstick per se, so it's kind of hard to see sometimes. The newer tractors had a white disc in there behind it so you could see better. There's what I'm talking about. So we'll dump a little oil in it. Set her down. Markers. Markers. All right, up with the marker. Down. Down. There we go. We put these spike closing wheels on half the machine last year. Well, every other one, and really liked it. All right, let's go around and check the air and stuff. Got a flat tire on there. I've never had, I mean, yeah, it sits for 10 months, 11 months, and loses a little bit of air all the time, but looks like the one is flat, so guess we'll fill her up and see if we can't find something in it. Who knows? When did we buy that planter? 2004? Yeah, she's almost 20 years old. Well, got a hole kind of in the sidewall. Hopefully CJ over the corner can fix it. So we're gonna pull her up here in the barn and get her apart, send it over there. So see you in a little out here. A little more. Help. That'll work. Okay, what's it gonna take to get this apart? Good question, John. I've never had this apart. Well, hopefully we can take these bolts out of here. And I see we're gonna have to take this off. Take that bolt out of there, that bolt out of there. She'll fall out and we can roll her right out the back. Right, Dad?
Yeah.
Take this off first, and then take the bolt out of both sides. And
Let me go get the impact.
okay, well, I didn't turn the camera on. I was kind of busy. But yeah, took that scraper off, zipped them two bolts out that fell out, then pulled the hub off of it. And here it is. Looks like a piece of fence went into it or something. Who knows? Dad. Okay, took the tire over to CJ's. It'll be a couple hours before he can get to it. He's busy. Dad greased everything while I was gone. We just checked the oil in the little gearbox here. Put a little bit, probably an ounce in that. I didn't have any squirt bottles, so hole in the top with the pocket knife, hillbilly squirt bottle. So just got to remember that that's 80-90 weight in that one. So anyway, guess we'll go up and work on the grain drill. That or we'll pull this out and rinse the tanks out and stuff and make sure the pump's ready to go. supposed to get fertilizer later today.